Today, we're gonna rank every single enemy with a noob over here.
Hi.
He's very noob. He hasn't even beat Chapter 1. And I'm on, let's check, Chapter 2 of Cats of the Cosmos. And he's on Hawaii.
One. No. Actually, I'm on the moon.
It's on the moon, actually.
That could just happen? I'm on the moon all of a sudden?
Yeah.
The fuck?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so right now we're gonna be ranking every single enemy. And this guy's gonna tell the story of how he beat the enemy. Starting off with the Doge. The Doge is a very small and easy to beat enemy. You could literally use anything. Like, I'm gonna beat the Doge right now. But Paul, explain your story with the Doge.
The Doge was so hard, dude. I had to get like a bunch of basic cat and like a bunch of super rare Ubers. It was like a nightmare to fight that, dude. But in all seriousness, it should be easy. I don't think you would have a struggle with it. Just have a bunch of basic
It's something known as a peon, which is something that is weak and does not just does nothing. It's weak. It's just supposed to give you money. So I'm gonna beat the Doge with the most expensive cat in the game. Well, that I have, because I kind of suck at this game. I'm not good.
I'm fighting a boss.
This guy's fighting a boss. I'm gonna beat the Doge with killer tank cat. On a vault, $5,000. And let's see, can I win? While we're here, I know the next enemy is the snake, aka Snatch. If you wanna call it by a thing. Snatch is also basically the same thing as Doge. So I could beat it with Awakened Bahamut. I could beat it with anything. Or you could even with an Oasis, you can beat it. Oh, I beat. Okay, well, I got an achievement for doing that. Well, anyway, so now we're going to go on to Snatch. This guy is also the same thing as Doge, just being a peon, which is small enemies use just to as like your meat shield for them. Even though it can be scary, like in stages like the Noble Tribe, where they're extremely hyper buff to the point where they become from just weak enemies to actual threats. How's your experience with the snake, Paulo?
It takes a little bit of experience, but I mean, it's almost the same as the basic cat or Doge, whatever.
Up next is those guys, aka the three little men, aka Santa's workers. Now, these guys are basically the same, but early game, I feel like they could actually kind of hit hard. Like, they're like kind of like the main enemy in like the first 10 minutes of the year one. Like, you see them once you face Thailand. And they push hard, especially in what's it called? Japan, where they actually become a threat when you don't have any gacha units to kill them quicker. So you have to deal with them. It's literal. That makes the stage hard. That's the one reason why that stage is kind of hard. What's your experience with those guys, Paulo?
They are quite the experience. They're pretty hard. I mean,
they're pretty hard.
It's basically your mini boss. So
yeah. Next is your first actual mini boss, the hippo, first found in Japan. The first boss, the first quote unquote boss you ever face, as it has the first ever boss wave. Even though that guy is kind of easy, this is the time. Like, his mic glitched out. Okay, so this guy is pretty easy, and even though it works hard in the beginning, you unlock gacha units, which is now gonna be like our main talk, as gacha units kind of make this like everything else extremely easy compared to this stage. But this stage actually teaches you about like outranging enemies, because this hippo kills anything that you have in seconds. Like Axe Cat destroyed. The only thing that was able to kill it is your newly unlocked Ghost Cat. Even though you could beat it without it, it's still a major help in this stage. How's your experience with this boss, sir?
The hippo?
Yeah.
First experience, very hard. I mean, took me like 5 minutes to get through that. You should have like a bunch of meat shields and then have like a rusher after that.
But you don't have a rusher yet. For now.
No, I do.
No, by the time when you beat it, you only get the up to Ghost Cat. You get Cat, tank cat, axe cat, and gross
Oh,
cat.
where the hell am I? Wait.
But still, if you want to beat it now, you should probably do have a watch it again. Next is Piggy. Next is the second boss, found in Maldives, I think. Let me check. Yeah, I think it is found in Maldives. That's his first experience with the pig. How do you rate the pig, sir? This pig is pretty. It's your first introduction to a new trait, which is lead. Which, not gonna lie, in my opinion, is the most power club trait with a certain rare cat of mine. Yeah, it's like lead is pretty easy to beat. In my opinion, lead is mostly there just to serve as your introduction to like trait targeting. But
yes, very, very.
But the only problem is this stage with gacha units, because you have now unlocked like basically everything in the game. It's because it's easier than the thing, because like, you just, for me, I just spammed all my way, like in what I remember, as I didn't really know how to play this game, because I played this game like I had to reload it a bunch of times because from switching devices. But now I know that the pig is pretty easy. I say this is just it's less of a boss and more of a money maker in like after like the start of the game. It's more there to make you money. So how's your experience with the pig?
It starts out very hard, but it quickly gets easy soon after.
Okay. Next is the penguin, or Jackie Pang. I would say, because this one actually is less threatening, I feel like, than all of them, as I think stat-wise it's the worst, but it comes in groups, and I think this was the first enemy that I actually kind of like lost to for its, like, in my beginning, and I think into the future something. It's like they kept pushing me or something. Oh, no, I think it was in the first chapter of Stories of Legend. It was kind of, like, they were buffed, I think, and I had, like, no cats, so I kind of, like, this is the first enemy I lost to that I can remember. Okay, so what about you, Paula?
It's so easy, dude. Just get a bunch of meat shields and then just get everything you have.
Yeah. Next,
I beat it in, like, so fast. It's easy.
Yeah.
Should not be a problem.
Yeah, this is the first. Well, it technically. Okay, yeah, this is first found in Dubai. Next is
Dubai chocolate mango 6-7.
Okay, the guy's a little blade wanted, by the way. Okay, next is the gorilla or goalie. This one is a fast hitting. Like, this is the time when you learn about like just trying to get. This is the time when you learn to get rid of enemies. Like, instead of like you can keep them on the field and chip them down, but this is the time where like your goal is to just get rid of it. As it's like a hard pusher, and this enemy is like a mini of a late game a late in EOC enemy known as Teacher Bun Bun. It's a kind of, in my opinion, it's sort of like that. It's like fast hitting, DPS, and kind of tanky. But the only problem is it's just a weak version of it. I never lost to this enemy, but this enemy is pretty scary when you first face it. How about you, sir?
Scary. Not that bad though. You just need to fight fire with fire.
Next one is a weird enemy. It's Bob the sheep, or the lamb, technically. I do not know. Like, this enemy had like a bunch of knockbacks, so it seems easy, but it actually is kind of easy. First found in the Sahara. I think this enemy was supposed to be sort of like the first quote unquote tanky meat shield. Because it stands in the front and gets a bunch of knockbacks, but it doesn't really hit hard. I never ever seen the only one like there's like versions of new enemies if you played this game before. The only part I think this one is supposed to be like a gimmick, as the first hard thing the first like something that you have to do is like Ultra Baba. That one has like I think that teaches you about barrier breakers more, but still I don't get the normal enemies counter types like job, as it's weird, as it's pretty weak. How about you, Paula?
It was so easy, I killed it in 2 seconds. It's not a problem.
Next, the second white enemy you face, and not gonna lie, the one I still I remember seeing literally yesterday, Sir Seal, which is your first white enemy. Then not your first like enemy. This is like your first enemy where this is the first enemy where I noticed it. Like Gorilla, I noticed it, but this one's like, oh, you noticed it. You see it. It's like you pay attention to it. Cause like all the other enemies, you could probably just not pay attention to it, in my opinion. But next, I see, and that enemy, not gonna like, it's the introduction to, I think, your first ever ability, which is like your cat ability, which is knockback, as that's you find it in Greece where you're not being cat, which knocks back a lot of enemies. It's not useful, by the way. If you're ever gonna use it, never. Like, you only use it, I only heard it had one use against Behemoth at its true form, but it's not that good. Just get Courier Cat and you'll be good. But introduces a new cat. It was kind of hard, but first seeing it, but after you walk like Courier Cat and then you see it in like when it's buffed in stages, it's still not really a problem. It's more of a money maker in my opinion right now. But in early game, it is definitely kind of hard. How about you, Paula?
It was so hard. You should actually be worried. You gotta work for this one, dude. You gotta have everything you got onto it. And even then, I would still die. I died to this one twice, I think.
Wow. Anyway, next is the enemy that is kind of like Metal Doge, but less HP, less everything. Clocko. It's like a fast attacking like it's a pusher when it's stacked. And I think this is I feel like this would be the introduction to area attack as first introduced in Spain. You would probably need stuff like UFO cat and stuff to get. I like to do it in like when I lead them to the base and then I use Titan cat to kill them all in like one big swoop. But I don't advise that. But this enemy is very like spammed a lot, and it's like it can push when it's spammed if you don't have enough like area attack to get rid of them all. Like if you have single attack, you're kind of cooked, as it's probably gonna be a spam stage. How about you, sir?
Hold on, I gotta pull this one up.
It's the one after. It's the crocodile, the small one.
Oh, this one's very easy to beat. I just like rushed it with giraffe cat. I didn't do much for it. It's very easy.
Yeah, it's like you need like stuff like area attack. Okay, wait, where are we? Okay, next is the first introduction to range, and this is the first to ranged enemy. Like in my opinion, this is Laboyne. This was first found in Denmark. This one it gets supported by a bunch of those guys, the one that we talked about earlier. These guys, but right now, it's kind of hard. It's like this is the stage where you start learning about like tanks and like pushing instead of like staying back and using range, as it's like your meat shields will usually die. It's like this starts learning about like stuff like like tanking through the things and then hitting them, or like waiting for your like destroying the front line first instead of just trying to instead of just rushing in. This is the enemy that punishes like going in, as like you get stopped and then boom, you get attacked. So how's your experience with this one, Paula?
This one's not bad. It does take a little work, but it's not that bad.
Next is your first semi, like it's kind of weird, BB Bunny. Like this one, I felt like it's just supposed to be a money maker, as you never really lose to it. It doesn't really have anything going for it. It's more of in my opinion, it's a money maker. Like I feel like everyone views it like just use like in like mid game. Like I'm in mid game. I feel like it's like mid Stories of Legend, but like way normal, because I only have the Aku Gates and Planet of Cats of the Cosmos to go. This enemy is like just use a can double money and boom, you get more money from this one. Because this enemy doesn't really. The only thing, it's like, just money maker. There's nothing really to talk about it. It's kind of hard to talk about. It's like, because it's sort of a meat shield, but it's like, it's more money than meat shield. How about you, Paula?
Hold on. This is the BB Bunny, right?
Yeah.
I just used a whale cat for this one. It's not that bad. It's a bit of a struggle, but not too hard on yourself.
Next is the kangaroo. This one's kind of hard. This you start learning about you kind of learn about meat shielding. I don't think you really I feel like someone probably just used a Titan cat against it. They're going like full band for band against damage versus damage. It's like this one. It's more like it's kind of pushing, but it's like after a while you just beat it easily. yeah, this one's like hard to talk about. It's like it's more like the same thing. Like so, it's like Seal. Not like it's easy. Like it pushes, but it's like not like it's not impossible. How about you, Paul?
It's like Kangaroo is like the nerfed version of Seal, and also without the red enemy trait. It's not that bad. I mean, it's there, but I mean, you wouldn't have to worry about it.
Next is Squirrel out, I guess. This guy is, I think, where is this guy first found? I don't know. But it's like, it's in a weird spot, I'd say. It's weird. It's because it's like, not really, like, hard. Like, this is just like the newest enemy. It's in Brazil. It's first found in Brazil. But it's like weird. Like, I wouldn't say it's going to be a challenge for anyone. But it seems hard if it's stacked up. It's like, it's basically just the faster clock. Yeah, but in the highest score stage, in my opinion, this enemy teaches you about stalling. Not gonna lie, but this is first found in the higher score stage, which if you've never beaten it before, it's in the legend stages. You go to score all the way down right before the stories of legend. You see challenge battle, and that's where you first see. That's where you learn about stalling. To save up your cat cannon and Ubers to deal with that insane push when you hit the base. Anyway, how was your experience with this enemy?
I just fought Squirrel on the moon. It's in the very last level of chapter 1. It stacks almost instantly, and it took me like 40 seconds to remove them.
That's bad.
They're weak, but like you need lots of rushing, and you gotta fight back the rushing.
Okay.
Very hard.
This is the first introduction to floating, and it's smooth. This is an enemy where, like, in late game it's money. It's basically money. But in early game, I don't remember the stage. Let me try to beat the stage and see what it's like. I remember like Muth like being like a boss, and then it's like, but just that. It's like just a boss. It got like the boss shockwave. But it wasn't really, like, important. Also found in Brazil, by the way. There's 2 enemies introduced in Brazil. I think that was it the first time that I don't know. No, I think it's somewhere else. But, let me test out the stage. I don't remember. Let me remember how you actually do the stage. This gorilla. Oh, yeah. Okay, I understand it now. Yeah, this stage is, I would say, pretty hard. It's your first introduction to, like, another... It's, like, I think this is the introduction to mid-ranges, as it's pretty mid-range. But it's not really that hard if you think about it. It's, like... Because you understand most of the bosses and stuff. So, yeah. How was your experience with Muth?
I don't remember ever fighting this one, but I just fought it on the moon. I barely had a fight up against it because I killed it instantly, so I can't really say much about it.
Yeah, because this enemy is pretty weak. It's supposed to, but the next enemy is not weak. One horn. This enemy is the main part. It's a tank. It's a fast pushing tank. Very it's pretty hard to beat. It's especially if like stacked up, and especially in Empire Cats Chapter 2. If you're not ready for it, you're not gonna survive the moon, as it's gonna be. It's like the pusher and tank to support the boss in the stage, which I'm gonna explain later. It's a very hard to push enemy. It's like kind of like the main. It's like this is your first main boss. Like this is like the I think third hardest.
Third hardest.
Okay, but this is only the 4th hardest enemy you ever face, but not one of them. But if you don't count main bosses, this is the hardest enemy you're ever gonna face, in my opinion. How about you?
I literally just told you that. I don't remember fighting this one, and I killed it in 2 seconds.
No, not the Muth, the one horn. You don't remember fighting one horn?
One horn?
Yeah. East Island.
Oh shoot. Yeah, I also don't remember. Does it first appear in the moon?
It first appears East Island.
Easter.
It's the wet.
Well, last time I saw it was on the moon. I just killed it instantly. I can't say much, but it's kind of hard. Not that bad. It's there though.
Yeah.
So be careful.
Next is the bear. or Teacher Bear. This enemy is like the first. It's the first knockbacky enemy in my opinion. I know Ultra Baba, like they're not Ultra Baba, regular Baba, but it's like this one's like your main introduction to an enemy where you're supposed to rush it. It's like because it's slow attacking and knocks back easily, but the only problem is if it does a lot of damage. It's like a glass cannon. Like if you rush in, you'll be able to defeat it. How's your experience with this?
Teacher Bear, I mean, it's not that bad. First fight with it, it's a little hard. I mean, you don't have to worry about it, but you kind of have to prepare for it.
Next is the first enemy that you actually have to prepare for. The Face. The enemy that he just fought. It's a very slow moving, slow attacking. It's more like, it's just extremely tanky in my opinion. Just it's not really hard. Like someone who knows how to play the game, like knows how to send out units, can beat this enemy. But it's not that hard. How is your experience with this enemy?
I just had it on the moon. Low key, looking at it, it kind of looks like the I Show Speed face. Please, Battle Cats, I need this. My team is kind of losing. Anyway, it's like very tanky, very slow. It didn't hit me, but it's very. I'm gonna guess it takes lots of damage on your base. You have to get everything you can on it. It's very slow though.
Next is the enemy that he hasn't faced. This is in Chapter 2 Moon, Dark Emperor Nyandan. This is basically the same thing, but it's red. I don't know what to say. I think it's just the harder version of it. Tanky. Like, this is the time where you learn about, like, this is, like, the main time you learn about trait counters, where a cat actually cooks in the stage because it's able to, do a bunch of damage and it's strong against red. And you also can deal with the one horn, which is the main tank of the stage that helps you stop from progressing. Yeah, and I can't... in my thing, after you learn a lot about Battle Cats, like if you watch a Battle Cats video, you'll understand how to beat Chapter 2. But the next enemy, one of the hardest enemies to beat, it takes a while to beat. You have to grind. This is the time where you learn about treasures. Teacher Bun Bun, Chapter 3 Moon, fast attacking, tanky. This is when you start learning about intermediate meat shielding. When you start buying meat shields from the cat dealership, you learn about like. This is the style of like learning about slow meat shield, fast meat shields, like a lot about meat shields, as you need meat shields with this. The main strategy for this boss is mostly just go get Dragon Cat, like use Dragon Cat and outrange. This is also the state where you learn about treasures and treasure grinding and outranging and everything. Like this is the main introduction to treasures and like main meat shielding, where you learn about like how to meat shield like good as you need to meet your good to fight this boss. And you can't. And this is the boss where people give up the most, but this is the wall. Like after you beat this is just the wall to the start of the game. We start learning about everything else, which they're gonna talk about maybe next video about into the future, the next chapter. Okay, see you guys next time. Bye bye.